G'day folks, Lone Mojo here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 5 tips to help you get started in New World. However, before we begin, if you find this video useful, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. It only takes a second from you, but it really helps me out. I'm also streaming live both on Twitch and on YouTube, and you can find the link to my Twitch channel in the description below. Now let's talk about New World. New World's an MMO from the team at Amazon Games, and there's quite a lot going on when you first start out, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So in this video, I want to lay out 5 tips that'll just help you along. One of the big key features this game has is a very deep crafting system, and you're going to find that you're gathering resources just about everywhere you go. Each town will have various crafting stations where you can create things such as armor, trinkets, potions, those sort of things. In addition, each town has a storage shed where you can store things that you find during your adventures. Now, each storage shed is localized to that town, so something that's in a storage shed in one city can't be accessed from another. However, when you put resources in a storage shed, they can automatically be used when you're doing any crafting in the city. So it's a good way of offloading inventory space while still being able to craft all of the items that you want to. Speaking of crafting items, my second tip is about changing the resource type when you're doing that crafting. Now, by default, when you're creating an item, it will try and use the best resources that you've got to craft it. So let's say you needed some linen in the item that you're creating, and you happen to have sateen. By default, the sateen will be the selected item. However, you might have a whole lot more plain linen that you want to use. You can simply click the drop-down item and select it from there. Now, when you start out, you're going to have a lot of choices about things like weapon styles and the direction you want your character to go. It can be pretty daunting, actually. Do you choose the great axe, or do you choose the ice gauntlet? Do you choose a musket? What way do you go? Luckily, up until level 20, you can reset your ability tree and your weapon mastery skills for free. After that point, it does start costing you, but it's a good opportunity for you to respec and change things around. Maybe you want to try a different build with your great axe, or you can reset your skill points to do that. Now, pretty early into the game, you're going to unlock the ability to fast travel, letting you move from settlement to settlement or to some of the shrines that you'll find about the place. This is a great way of covering a lot of distance. However, each fast travel action requires a special resource called AEST that you're going to collect. What's not immediately obvious is that the heavier you are, the more AEST it costs to teleport you. So if you're going to go a long distance, you might want to consider emptying your backpacks into a storehouse and fast traveling for a fair bit cheaper. So the last tip that I've got for today is that when you're leveling up, you're going to get XP for just about everything you do. You've got the obvious of killing creatures and turning quests in, but on top of that, you'll also gain XP for gathering resources, refining them, crafting items, etc. So even if you're power leveling and you're not really interested in the crafting side of things, it's a really good way of getting XP as you're running between quest spots. So there we have it, 5 tips to get you started playing New World. But what have I missed out? Have you got any great tips to help a new player to kickstart their game of New World? If you do, pop them in the comments below, and until next time, take care.